Welcome to Tanu Science. In this video, we'll learn the problems of physics from NEET 2020. Code is G3. Question number 91. The phase difference between displacement and acceleration of a particle in a SHM is. So we have to find the phase difference between displacement and acceleration in simple harmonic motion. We know that in simple harmonic motion, the displacement is y is equal to a sine omega t. Let this is displacement. Then velocity we have to find out. Then we can find the acceleration. After that, we can find the relation between phase difference between displacement and acceleration. So we know that displacement. Now we can find the velocity. Velocity is nothing but first order differentiation of displacement is called velocity. So dy by dt, then d by dt, y value is a sine omega t. So differentiation of sine omega t is cos omega t, a cos omega t. Then omega t, if we differentiate with respect to time, into omega. Then acceleration. So a is equal to dv by dt is equal to d by dt, where v value is a cos omega t into omega. Now we are going to differentiate. So differentiation of cos omega t is minus sin omega t. Already a omega is there. So a omega minus sin omega t. Then omega to differentiate with respect to time, will get omega. So a is equal to minus a omega square sin omega t. Now a is equal to this omega square a sin omega t plus pi. So this minus sin omega t we written as this minus sin omega t written as sin omega t plus pi. This concept from the trigonometry concept, all silver teacup, like that. All will be positive, sine and cosine positive, a tan and cot positive, a cos and sine positive. So from this concept we can use the trigonometry identity, minus sin omega t is equal to sin omega t plus pi. So for this minus sin omega t we wrote sin omega t plus pi. Now we can tell the phase difference between acceleration and displacement. Here see y is equal to a sin omega t. Here a is equal to omega square a sin omega t plus pi. So phase difference in terms of pi. So the phase difference between displacement and acceleration is pi. This is answer. Question number 92. A long solenoid of 50 cm length having 100 turns n carries a current of 2.5 ampere. The magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. So we have to find the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. Let us consider this as a solenoid. So in the center we have to find the magnetic field. The magnetic field inside the solenoid is B is equal to mu naught n I. Then B is equal to mu naught, where n is the number of turns per unit length. So n by L into I. So we can substitute the values. B is equal to mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Then n value is number of turns given in question is 100. So into 100, then divided by L. So L value is 50 centimeter. So centimeter means 10 power minus 2 into I. I value is current. So current value is given 2.5 ampere. So here 2.5. Then B is equal to 4 into this pi value 3.14 into, you can cancel this 2. So 100 by, here 2 will come into 2, then 10 power minus 7, this 10 power minus 2. If we cancel, we will get 10 power minus 5 into 2.5. So if you multiply everything, so 2 into 2.5, 5 powers are 20. So 20 into 3.14 into 10 power minus 5. If you multiply, we will get 6.28 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. Unit of magnetic field is Tesla. So question number 93. Two bodies of mass, one is 4 kg, another one is 6 kg, are tied at the ends of the massless string. The string passes over a pulley which is frictionless. The acceleration of the system in terms of acceleration due to gravity. So we have to find the acceleration of the system in terms of acceleration due to gravity. So we have to find the A. This is a two body system. One is 4 kg, another is a 6 kg. The tension is acting upward direction. for 4 kg, the weight will be acting the downward. So weight formula W is equal to mg, where mass of the first body is 4 kg. So mg, m value is 4. Then g is action due to gravity. Then for 6 kg weight acting the downward direction. So here 6g. Now you can use the free body diagram concept. So for 4 kg, this T acting the upward direction. This upward direction coincides with the j cap. So along the y axis, this is along y dash axis. So this T coincides with the along the j cap. So T j cap. Then this 4g, this is weight of the body coincides with the minus j cap. So minus 4g j cap. Then net acceleration, this 4 kg will be moving the upward direction because 6 kg is denser than the 4 kg. So that 4 kg will be moving up, that 6 kg will be going down. So it is moving up, so it's coincide with the plus j. So that acceleration is upward direction. So a j cap. This is 4, mass is 4. Then T minus 4g is equal to 4a. So both the sides we cancel j. So let it be equation 1. Then similarly you can write for 6 kg. For 6 kg, this T acting along the j direction. So T j cap. This 6g acting the downward direction along minus j cap. So 6g j cap is equal this acceleration acting the downward direction. So downward direction means along minus j cap. So for mass is 6. So 6a acceleration, it acting the downward. So minus j cap. Now you can cancel this j cap both the sides. You can modify. T minus 6j is equal to minus 6a. Let it be equation 2. Now equation 2 equation 2 going to be multiplied with the negative sign. So if you multiply with negative sign, 6g will be positive, t will be negative, is equal to minus into minus plus 6a. So we changed the sign of this equation. Let it be equation 3. Now we are going to add equation 1 and 3 because we want to find the a. So to find the a, the t should be cancelled. So to cancel t, we have to add equation 1 and 3. Equation 1 plus equation 3. If you add together, t going to be cancelled. 6g minus 4g is 2g is equal to 4a plus 6a is 10a. Then 5 2s are 10. Then a is equal to g by 5. This is the answer. Number 94. The ratio of contributions made by the electric field and magnetic field components to the intensity of an electromagnetic wave is. So we have to find the ratio of intensity of electric field and magnetic field. So IE by IB we have to find out. So already we know that electromagnetic energy or electromagnetic wave energy equally divided into electric energy and magnetic energy. In the same manner, electromagnetic wave intensity also equally divided by two components. One is electric field, another one is a magnetic field. So that I is equal to IE plus IB. That is net intensity of electromagnetic wave, the sum of the intensity of electric field and the intensity of magnetic field. But both the field intensity will be the same. So that I is equal to I by 2, then plus IB value also I by 2. Now we are going to find the ratio. So IE by IB is equal to IE value is I by 2, IB value is I by 2. So this I by 2 going to be cancelled. So answer is 1 by 1. So you can say in the east 1:1. This is the ratio of the contributions made by electric field and magnetic field of the intensity of electromagnetic wave. Question number 95. In a certain region of space with volume 0.2 meter cube, the electric potential is found to be 5 volt throughout. The magnitude of electric field in this region. So the volume of the space given 0.2 meter cube. Then potential it is found to be throughout is 5 volt. So voltage is 5 volt. Then what is the electric field? E they are asking. For example, this is a space. In this space the volume is 0.2 meter cube. Here everywhere throughout this volume space the potential is same. So everywhere 5 volt. So no change in the potential. So potential is constant. If potential is constant, then electric field is 0 because electric field is the negative potential gradient. So here dV is change in the potential. So there is no change in the potential. So V potential is constant. If potential is constant, dV is 0. If dV is 0, electric field also going to be 0. This is the answer. Question number 96. The average thermal energy for a monoatomic gas is. For monoatomic gas, degrees of freedom is 3 translation degrees of freedom. So 3 translation degrees of freedom. For each degrees of freedom, the kinetic energy, average thermal energy is 1 by 2 kT. For 3 translation degrees of freedom, we are going to multiply with 3 into 1 by 2 kT. So the thermal energy, average thermal energy of monoatomic gas is 3 by 2 kT. This is the answer. Question number 98. The mean free path, that means lambda, for a gas with molecular diameter d and number density n can be expressed as. This is the direct question. They are asking the formula. So mean free path is equal to 1 by root 2 pi d square n. Already we discussed where d is the diameter and diameter of the molecule and n is the number density. Lambda is a mean free path. So depend on the options, we have to write this formula. This is the answer. Question number 97. Find the torque about the origin when a force of 3 j cap Newton acts on a particle whose position vector is 2 k cap meter. This is force. This is position vector. We are going to write as r vector. This is f vector. Now we are going to find the torque. So torque in terms of vector quantity, r vector cross f vector. We can write the determinant form I cap, j cap, k cap, where r vector is 2 k cap. So only we are going to write the values near the k cap. For j, I and all is 0. Next for f vector. So f vector is 3 j cap. So 3 j cap means in the row of j cap we will mention the 3. So in other places there is no I, there is no k. So here we are going to write 0. We know this the determinant product concept. I cap is equal to 0 zeros are 0 minus 3 twos are 6. Next minus j cap. Then we have to hide this row and column. Then 0 zeros are 0. Then 0 twos are 0. So here 0 minus 0. Next plus k cap. So here plus, here minus, here plus. So here 3 zeros are 0. 0 zeros are 0. Now minus 6I cap. So 6I cap, the unit of torque is Newton meter. This is the answer. 6 minus 6I cap Newton meter. Question number 99. The energy equivalent of 0.5 gram of a substance is. So we have to find the energy equivalent E. The given mass. So mass given in 0.5 gram. This mass we have to convert into kilogram. So 0.5. 1 gram is nothing but 10 power minus 3 kg. Formula for this energy E is equal to mc square. This energy mass equivalent formula. E is equal to, where mass is 0.5 into 10 power minus 3. C is the velocity of light. So its value 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So m value we written. Then C value is 3 into 10 power 8 whole square. Now E is equal to 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 into 3 square is 9. 10 power 8 whole square is 10 power 16. Then E is equal to 9 into 0.5 is 4.5 into 10 power 6 and 10 power minus 3. If we simplify, 16 minus 3 is 10 power 13. So unit of energy is joule. This is the answer for 99th question. Question number 100. The screw gauge has least count 0.01 millimeter and there are 50 divisions in its circular scale. The pitch of the screw gauge is. So we have to find the pitch of the screw gauge. The given least count. So LC is the least count. Then divisions they are given. Divisions on the circular scale. So circular scale is nothing but head scale. So head scale on the head scale division is 50. So this one we can take as a n number of divisions. So this will be screw gauge. So this is head scale, this is pitch place, this is head scale, that means circular scale. Now pitch formula, so pitch is equal to least count into number of divisions. N is represent number of divisions on the circular scale or head scale. So least count is 0.01 millimeter. So here milli represents 10 power minus 3. So 10 power minus 3 into n value they given 50 divisions. So if you multiply this 50 into 0.01, you will get 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Then we can write in the millimeter also. So 0.5, 10 power 3 minus 3 is milli. So millimeter. This is pitch of the screw gauge. This is the answer. Two cylinders. These are two cylinders A and B of equal capacity connected to each other via stopcock. A contains ideal gas. So A contains ideal gas at standard temperature pressure. B is completely evacuated. So this is vacuum. The entire system is thermally insulated. So everything is thermally insulated. The stopcock is suddenly opened. The process is this is thermally insulated. So thermally insulated means no heat coming from the system or going to the system. So that means heat energy going to be the constant. Q is going to be constant. So when the stopcock is suddenly opened, no change in the heat energy. So Q is constant. If the Q is constant, no change in the heat energy. So del Q is 0. So this del Q 0 means this represents adiabatic process. Number 102. A cylinder contains hydrogen gas at pressure of 249 kilopascal. So this will be the pressure, and temperature 27 degrees. So this will be the T temperature. This is gas constant. So what is the density? So rho is the density. Formula Pm by rho T, where P is the pressure. So pressure is 249 kilopascal. Kilo is nothing but 10 power 3 into mass. So mass of the hydrogen gas. So mass of the hydrogen gas is 2 gram. The 2 gram you have to convert into kilogram. 10 power minus 3 divided R value is 8.3 into T. T is the temperature given in Celsius. You have to convert into Kelvin. So we have to add plus 273. If you add plus 273, you will get 300 Kelvin into 300. If you simplify this, we will get this 0.2 density kilogram per meter cube. This 10 power 3, 10 power is going to be cancelled. Then if you simplify this, you will get 0.2 kilogram per meter cube. Question number 103. This is an example for nuclear fission reaction. When uranium 92-235 bombarded with neutron, it gives or it generates krypton 3689 and 3 neutron. So 3 neutron, then and what will be the other element? So this one you have to find out. So both the sides neutron number is going to be the same. Neutron number is A minus Z. So this will be A, this is Z. So A minus Z for uranium. Neutron number for uranium 235 minus 92, you will get 143. Then here 1 neutron is there, plus 1. So 144. So neutron number of the reactants is 144. Now neutron number of the product should be same. Now 89 minus 36. So 89 minus 36 is 53. So already 3 neutron is there, plus 3. So value is 56. Next, how much number required to get 144 neutron? So here we need 88 neutron is required. So 88 neutron, 8 plus 6 14, then 1 9 5 14. So 88 neutron number should be there. So 88 neutron number for barium. Barium atomic number is 56, then mass number is 144. So this is the answer for 103. Barium 56 144. Question number 104. A charged particle having drift velocity of 7.5 10 power minus 4 meter second power minus 1 in an electric field of 3 into 10 power minus 1 volt meter power minus 1 has a mobility in meter square volt power minus 1 second power minus 1 of. So they given drift velocity, electric field, then they are asking the mobility mu. So mobility equation mu is equal to Vd by E, then mu is equal to Vd value 7.5 into 10 power minus 4 divided by E value 3 into 10 power minus 10. mu is equal to, if we cancel this, we'll get 10 power minus 6. If the 10 power minus goes to 10 power plus 6, then if we cancel this 7.5 by 3, we'll get 2.5. So 2.5 into 10 power 6, already the given unit here, meter square, volt to power minus 1, second power minus 1. Question number 105. Taking into account of the significant figures, what is the value of 9.9 meter minus 0.0099 meter? So we have to subtract. Then answer should be the least significant figure of the given data. Here two data given, 9.99, and you have to subtract. So 0.0099. If there is no anything, consider 0. So if we subtract, we will get 9.9811. So this is the subtracting answer. But answer should be taking into the account of significant figure. So for this one, first one, the significant figure is 3. 1, 2, 3. For second one, significant figure is only 2. So significant figure is 2. In decimal, so in decimal place, for first one is 3. 1, 2, 3. For this second one, decimal place is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In subtraction, the number of decimal places in the result should be equal to number of lesser number of decimal places. So lesser number of decimal places is 3. So lesser number of decimal places is 3. So answer should be in the number of decimal places 3. So 9.98. This is the answer.